Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk everything spy baits. When to use them, where to use them, the colors I like. I'm fairly new to it, so there'll be other colors in the future. But the equipment to use, so stay tuned. If you're a guy that's used them in the past and hasn't had very much success, maybe some of these tips will help you catch more. Because spy baiting, it's absolutely necessary to have the right equipment first and foremost to get any kind of success. Then find the fish to get success. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in this video. So let's start out with the Storm Arashi. I believe this is the ghost gill color. Storm Arashi has a three propeller on the front and a back propeller. Also, it has a weight system, so you cast it further. The rod you want to use for spy baiting would be minimum 6 foot 8 inch to a 7 foot spinning rod. Some guys will use a 7 foot baitcaster rod, BFS baitcaster, but spin reel on a spinning rod works just fine. Medium light action for a more parabolic bend, and like a 5 to 8 to 1 gear ratio spinning reel. This is not a burning kind of lure. This is more of a methodical, slow technique that you're going to want to find the right rhythm for the fish that particular day and the right depth to be deadly with this lure. It don't matter if you're using a Duo Realis, the Storm Arashi, or some of the other brands that come out. You want to test them right off the bat to see the fall depth and how quick they fall or how slow they fall, so that you can count it down to the depth that you need to find the fish, where the fish are suspended at, to bring it right in front of their nose. Basically, you just drop this off the end of your boat, count down, feeding line out until it hits bottom, and then figure out how many seconds it took to hit that bottom at that depth, and then you can figure out where you want to be in the water column for this. And you want to do that for all of them. Hey guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button. It just lets me know that I'm doing a good job and that you're enjoying the content, and it helps me bring more content to you guys. Okay. That was the Storm Arashi. Oh, one other thing I want to talk about the Storm Arashis is they have the 3 propeller and the dual propeller on the back. These are designed so that this propeller is going clockwise, the back propeller is going counterclockwise. They're offset as they come through the water. Also, they'll have a slight, your spy baits will have a slight body roll as they're coming through the water. This makes it a very natural looking bait. Should stay horizontal as it comes through, and it just looks like a bait fish with blindfolds on. He's just cruising, he's slowly cruising, he don't realize he's getting targeted, and fish will come 10 feet from below to take these baits out when it's worked right with the right equipment. We talked about rods. Line would be 6 to 8 pound test, depending on the water clarity and the structure you're fishing around. You could do braid to fluorocarbon. Me personally, I'd probably run straight fluorocarbon. But if I was around a lot of heavy, snaggy, brushy stuff, I would use the braid to fluorocarbon. Sorry guys, we got kids out here playing, they're making all kinds of noise. Another tip is to match the hatch, guys. If they're feeding on bigger bait fish, go with a bigger spy bait. But if they're feeding on little guys, like they're probably doing in your area, some lakes might have littler bait fish, depending on where in the country you are. Around my part of the world, right now we got smaller bait fish. You can go with the smaller guy, but you want to match the size of the bait fish to what they're eating to the size of the spy bait. Spy baits are going to work well when the water's too calm to use a jerk bait. It'll also work in choppy water. It'll work good in the pre-spawn, the post-spawn, and late in the fall. But you can use them all year round. Water clarity, it is a clear water technique. I'm not saying you can't catch them in slightly stained water, because you can, but you'll do your best fishing with a spy bait in clear water. This could be anywhere from 3 foot of visibility, 5 foot, and beyond. So, 25 foot of visibility is even better yet. Some of the colors that I like, because obviously I got the Ghost Gill and the Storm Arashi, or Perch color. I have the Purple Back Ghost Shad looking color, and the Storm Arashi. I have your natural shad looking color. I think this is Duo Realis. I have your Ghost Greenback Shad as well. And then for the pre-spawn springtime, I got your shock color with like a, I'm not even sure what they call this. It's pink, got some orange. It's bright. This would be my shock color for like springtime, pre-spawn, when they're looking for that methylate and stuff like that. Probably use this. Okay, guys, this lure is for suspending fish. Okay, it's going to catch the fish when a soft jerk bait or a jerk bait won't. Also, it's a finesse technique, so highly pressured areas, the spy bait will work very well for those. Where would we use them? Okay, anywhere from depths from 5 feet deep to 50 feet deep. Places you want to look for is submerged rock piles or humps in the lake. You want to come across the top of them because the fish will school on that to ambush. Bluff walls, as we get into the fall, you're going to do your best fishing along bluff walls where if you're in a lake that has a lot of current, where you come up on that bluff wall and the current actually smacks into the bluff wall. Those are the best types of bluff walls to fish this and other lures, because that's where the fish are going to be ambushing. Submerged brush piles, over the top submerged brush piles. Creek channels, secondary points that go way out in the deep water. Humps, creek channels, anywhere these fish can set to ambush bait fish, excellent place for the spy bait. When would I use certain colors? Well, obviously the ghost color, I would say I'd probably use this on clear bluebird skies when there's not a lot of chop in the water and I don't want them to get a real good look at the bait. I would use my more solid colors on lower light conditions or slightly stained water, or like early in the morning, late in the evening. That would be time to use those. And then, like I said, guys, you want to find that rhythm that the fish want. So it is a slow moving bait. You cannot burn this. So you find, running along the boat, find where it works best, and then just experiment with the speed, not going too fast, because you go too fast, it just doesn't work. But once you find that perfect speed, you can even slow it down. It'll depend on what the fish want at that time. You'll fish this around grass edges. When they're feeding up along grass edges, that's another good place to fish them. Lay downs along docks, anywhere where them fish are going to be suspended off the bottom. If they're feeding on the bottom, spy bait's not for you. It's just not going to work. You want fish feeding up or suspended, because if they're feeding on crayfish and gobies on the bottom, it's just not going to work. But you can use these in slightly stained water, but if you got real dark water, it's not going to work. Like I said, guys, it's a clear water technique. It works very well. The clearer the water, the better. They will come up. It will bring fish up from 10 feet and more to take your lure out. And that's basically it. There's not much you can do with it. It's a straight retrieve, finding that cadence, and that lure's going to go through the water. And propellers are going to be spinning, and it's going to have a little body roll. And that's all you got to do, is find that right cadence. We talked about situations when you want to use it, times of the year, but it will catch fish all times of the year. So guys, if you liked the video, I can't stress enough, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It helps out the channel and it keeps bringing content to you guys. If you liked it, smash that thumbs up button. And if you got any questions at all, or some other tips that I might have left out, because I'm still fairly new to the spy baiting game, please leave them down in the comments below so we can all learn. maybe some of the different brands that you like would be excellent, because I only got a few here. Um, or some other things that you found out that maybe I left out of the video. It's hard to try not to make them too long. So leave them all down in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. And guys, thanks for all your support, and we'll see you on the next one.